Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, isn't it? Because of that, we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean that we are going to stop learning. We are going to meet here regularly through the virtual training center to learn many lessons in EVS. So come on, let's go to a lesson in EVS. Also, we will be learning a very beautiful lesson, a very informative lesson in EVS. It's going to be very interesting because we are going to learn about our village and our city. So, this is an example or an image of a village, and this is an image of a city. So, by looking at the picture itself, you will be able to see that there are a lot of differences between a village and a city. So a village is a small place and a city is a much larger place, isn't it? Not only the size, but there are many other differences also as far as village and city are concerned. So we are going to look at all those differences. We are going to look at the different means of transport. Transport means the way in which you go from one place to another. We will talk about all the different means of communication, and we are also going to talk about some languages in this lesson. So like I told you in the beginning, this lesson is going to be very interesting because you're going to learn many interesting things here. So let's start by learning about our village, our city, and many more other things. So what is a village, children? See, these are all images of a village. So in a village you will be able to see lots of trees, you will be able to see lots of animals, okay? You will be able to see small houses, and generally you will be able to see nature. See here? And so you will see the people also are different. People who live in a village are also different from people who live in cities. That is, when we see the dresses, etc., you will come to know. Okay, this is one more image of a village for you. So like I told you, in a village the houses are smaller and you will see a lot of animals and you will not see a lot of tall buildings. Okay, you will not see any tall building here, but you will see a lot of trees. You will see a lot of greenery. Okay, now let us look at a city. So this is how beautiful a village looks like. Let's look at a city now. So in a city you will be able to see a lot of crowd, too many people, isn't it? Tall buildings, and sometimes a little dirty places also, like you can see over here. You will see a lot of vehicles in a city. This is what we did not see in the village. Okay, vehicles means you will see trucks, you will see cars, you will see buses in a city. Whereas in a village we saw images of a bullock cart. So we saw lots of animals there. Whereas here you will see no animals. You will see only cars and bikes and trucks and buses in a city. And also you will be able to see tall buildings. In the village we saw small houses. In a city you will be able to see tall buildings. Okay, so now there are a lot of differences between the city and the village like we saw. So let us look at a few differences. So the first difference we will see is in the houses. So see, this is a village house, a house in a village. It is little smaller and it is made up of you can say raw things like mud, like tiles, wood, isn't it? So made out of simple things, a village house, and also smaller in size, and the house is also a very simple and common kind of a thing. Look at the house in a city. It is so huge, and look at the materials which are used to build this house. See, you cannot see any wood used over here. You cannot see any mud. It is all cement and concrete and iron, isn't it? So there is a lot of difference as far as houses in villages and houses in cities are concerned. And look at the clothes that the people wear in the villages. See the lady, what else she has worn. But people in the cities, they wear different kind of clothes. Okay, so whatever you wear when you are in a village, it will be different, and when you live in a city, it will be different according to the life there. And even the means of transport are different as far as the village and city are concerned. Look at these people here. The first one is a farmer, and the farmer, he lives in a village. So what kind of vehicle does he think about? He thinks about a tractor which he uses for his farming purpose, isn't it? And then you have a person who lives in a city thinking about cars and thinking about aeroplanes, etc. So means of transport are also different as far as a city and a village are concerned. See, all these means of transport are used in villages. So you have bullocks, you have elephants in some places, camels in deserts, you have horses, mules, you have donkeys, which people use in the villages or in the rural areas. There is another name for villages, children, and that is rural areas. Okay, so the means of transport are very simple and they don't have use of too many machines, whereas in a city, if you see all these things, you have a bullock cart, you have an elephant, you have a camel, a horse, a donkey, whereas this is a bullock cart. Okay, let me show you how these animals are used in a village. So bullock carts are there are horse carts also. So most of the time in villages, animals are used for the purpose of transportation. Like we saw in the first picture, isn't it? In the village there were lots of animals, and in the cities there were lots of cars and buses on the road. So in villages people make use of animals, whereas in the cities we have ships, okay, sailing in the waters and connecting people who live in various cities. We have people riding motorbikes, or even people driving around in cars, or as we call them, automobiles. We have people going to one place, from one place to another in trains. Okay children, so you know this name of this train, Thomas and Friends. These kind of trains are found in the cities. Nowadays our country has become modern, so these trains, they go even to the villages, okay? But normally inside a village you will not find a train or cars or other modern means of transport. You will find animals and used as means of transport. And then you must have seen this also you can see only in a city. This is an aeroplane. It flies in the sky. See how it is taking off. It starts running on the ground and then it flies into the sky. Okay, and after it has finished its flight, it again lands on the ground. Can you see how it is a landing on the ground? So like a bird, it flies off and it comes and lands down. So this is also a modern means of transport used by people in cities. Aeroplanes, isn't it? So these are all the means of transport which people in cities use. Aeroplanes, cars, trains, buses, etc. Let us try and match now certain means of transport to the places where they are used. So the first one is a bullock cart. So where do you think people go around in a bullock cart? On a kacha rasta. See, a rough village road. The second one is a boat. So where do boats sail? Yes, they sail in water. A train, it runs on a railway track. Buses run on pakka roads. Can you see a good concrete road? Aeroplanes, they fly in the sky like birds. And a truck also runs on a concrete or a pakka road. So these are the means of transport which we generally use in villages and in cities. Out of all of them, you will see that the small boat and the bullock cart, people living in villages, they make use of it, whereas people living in cities, they make use of trains, they make use of buses, planes, trucks, etc. for transporting people and service and things. Okay? Now let us talk about communication. Communication means getting information. So can you tell what grandfather is reading? What is grandfather in this picture reading? See here, what is this? He's reading a newspaper. So the grandfather, our grandfather here in the picture, is reading the newspaper. What is he getting from the newspaper? He's getting some sort of information, news from the newspaper. Let us look at the next picture now. What is Tai using for some information? Who's Tai? Tai is this girl who's sitting here. Okay? Tai means Didi. So what is Tai doing for getting some information? She's making use of the computer. Alright, the Tai, our Tai is using the computer. What is she getting from the computer? From the computer also she's getting a lot of information. Then let us see how communication is taking place. So what is grandmother watching? See, grandmother sitting on the floor and cleaning some vegetables. At the same time she's watching something interesting and she's getting some information from there. What is she watching? She's watching the television. When you watch the television also, you get a lot of news, you get a lot of information, isn't it? So all these are means of communication. Let us look at the next picture also. What is Dada listening to? Dada means elder brother. So what is Dada listening to and what has he put in his ears? So see, this is our Dada sitting and he is listening to music. And what is put in his ears? These are earphones, isn't it? Which we use to listen to music. So see, they are getting information from so many different things. From the newspaper, from the computer, from the TV, okay, from music or from the phone. So these are all means of communication, children. Let us look at one more question. Who's at the door and what is mother taking from him? Who's at the door? So there is a postman at the door. And what is he giving Mama? He's giving Mama the letter, isn't it? He's giving Mama a letter. And when she opens the letter and she reads it, she will get some information, some communication. So all these, children, are different types of means of communication. Whether it is a newspaper, the TV, etc. all these are means of communication. So see, these are all the different means of communication. So we use letters, we use newspapers, we use mobile phones, we use the television, the computer and so many other things to get information. And all these things, children, are called means of communication. When we go from one place to another, it is called transport. But when information or news goes from one place to another, it is called as in communication. Okay, transport and communication. So there are so many things. Can you see? All these are called as means of communication. The letter, the newspaper, the TV, the radio, everything. These are all means of communication. And when you want to talk to someone, when you want to tell someone something, that is also communication. So what do you use to tell? How do you tell someone something? You make use of language. So language is also an important means of communication, or it is a, you can say, medium of communication. You transport, you give ideas, you tell your ideas to someone else using languages. Alright, so Marathi is the state language of Maharashtra. We all know, na? Marathi is the state language of Maharashtra. But Marathi also has got different, you can say, dialects. Dialects means the way it is spoken. So one language can be spoken in different ways. So that is called as the dialect of that particular language, isn't it? So see, in Konkan, people speak Malwani, even that is Marathi, but it is a little different from pure Marathi. It is called as a dialect of Marathi, or we call Boli Bhasha, we call it Boli Bhasha, okay? People in Khandesh, they speak Ahirani, which is also a dialect of Marathi. People in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, they speak Varhadi, which is also a dialect of Marathi. So the same language is spoken in different ways, and these are called as dialects of the same language. So Ahirani, Varhadi, Malwani, Konkani, all these are all different dialects of Marathi. So children, wasn't this really interesting? All the things that we learned about our village, our city. We talked about the various transport and communication means. Okay, we did a match the following exercise also based on transport and communication, and also we saw a beautiful picture where there was a family and the grandfather was reading something and all the members in the family were doing various things, and we talked about all the things that we commonly use in our lives, that is we use letters, computers, mobile phones, etc. And finally we talked about languages. We talked about how we use language in order to communicate with each other, and we also saw how languages are spoken in different ways in different regions and how their pronunciation is also different. And finally we saw that all these words that you can see on TV on the screen for you, that is Ahirani, Varhadi, Malwani, these are all dialects of the Marathi language. Okay, so now we know a lot about our city, we know a lot about our village. Now let us try to see certain exercises which are very interesting and are part of our lesson in the textbook. So let us go to this can you tell exercises. Okay, so you will find this particular can you tell exercise on page number 40 in your textbook. So let us see what is there in this exercise for us. So we can see a lot of pictures, isn't it? We can see pictures of certain fruits and vegetables, and we can see picture of an umbrella, a wind cheater or raincoat, and a bicycle. And let us see what questions they have asked us based on each picture. So the first question is, which of these things are produced on a farm? So you can see many things in the picture. So which of these things which you can see in this picture are produced on a farm? So let us see and let us try and find out. So now what you should do, children, there are small assignments that I'm going to give you when we are doing the lesson, and also I will give you an assignment towards the end of the lesson also. And what the task at the end of the lesson is going to be, I will tell you towards the end of this video. So after you finish watching the video also, I have got certain small assignments for you. Okay, now let us look at the assignment here which I'm going to give you now. So whenever you see a question like this, what will you do? Correct, you will touch the pause button and you will pause the video here and you will try and find out the answers yourself. Okay, so that will become self-learning. Alright, so see, which of the things in these pictures are produced on a farm? So according to me, I think that a cabbage is produced on a farm, and then you have an apple which is again produced on a farm, and of course a cauliflower which is also produced on a farm. So what do you think? Just check whether your answers are matching with mine. So according to me, the cabbage, the cauliflower and apples are produced on a farm. Okay, let's go on and see what the next question for us is. So we have the same picture. Questions are, where else can these things be obtained? So the cabbage, the cauliflower and the apple, where else can you buy it from? So they can be obtained from a vegetable seller, or you can buy it from a supermarket also, isn't it? So these things, the cabbage, the apple, etc., you can buy it from a vegetable seller or a supermarket. And nowadays, children, we are living in this world of the internet, and everything is happening online. See, I'm teaching you online. So in the same way, we have places, we have online sites from where we can buy these vegetables, and then they will deliver the vegetables to our homes. So see, even without stepping out of your home for even a minute, you can buy vegetables by just sitting in front of your computer. Okay, so nowadays we can buy them online also, and this we can do it in the cities. Okay children, buying online can be done in the cities, not if you are in a village. Okay, now let's see the next question that they have for us. Which articles in the picture are produced in a factory? So now the three things that you can see which are greenish, that is the cabbage, the cauliflower, and the red color apple, they are produced on the farm. So what things are there which are produced in a factory? So we have the umbrella, the wind cheater, and the bicycle, which are articles which are produced in a factory. Okay, so the umbrella, wind cheater, and bicycle are produced in a factory. Then the same question comes back to us. Where else can you find these articles? So the umbrella, the wind cheater, and the bicycle, where can you find them? You can find them also in any shop or in any supermarket. And of course, you can buy them online nowadays. Just like if we can buy the vegetables, just like we buy the fruits, we can also buy these things online. Okay, so those were certain questions about the picture that we have seen. We have one more question here. For what purposes do we need these things? So what purposes do we need these things for? We need these things, that is all these things, okay, whether it is the cabbage, whether it is a fruit, whether it is a flower, or whether it is a wind cheater. For what purpose do we need them? All these things, they fulfill our daily needs. Okay, so the three things that I have marked for you, we eat them. The umbrella, we use them in case of the rain. The wind cheater also, we use it in order to protect us. Okay, the bicycle we use in order to go from one place to another. So they fulfill all the needs that we have on a daily basis. Okay, and then finally the last question that we have here, which means of transport are used to move these goods to urban and rural areas? So now see, most of the vegetables and fruits, they are grown in the rural areas or in the villages. From there they have to come to the cities, isn't it? And then these things which are produced in the factories, now most of the factories you will not find in the villages, you will find them near the cities and towns. So these things which are made in the cities and towns, they have to reach the villages, because people in the cities need to eat all these vegetables and fruits, whereas people in the villages, they need to use things like umbrella, cycle. So which means of transport are used in order to move these goods from one place to another? All these things, they are moved from one place to another using trains, using trucks, using tempos, ships, etc. Okay, so we use all kinds of transport. We saw now the different means of transport. We saw the train which runs on the rail. We saw the bullock carts. We saw the buses, trucks which run on the roads. Okay, the boats which run on the water, aeroplanes which fly in the sky. So all these things we saw. So all these things can be used in order to transport these goods from one place to another. Alright, so this was one exercise. Can you tell? Now let us go to another exercise where we will try and make friends with the map. Alright, so there are around 4 or 5 questions. A few I will solve for you, and the remaining I will want you to solve it yourself. So in the first place, without looking at the questions, let us just take a look at this particular map. So now what does this map show, children? This map is a map of our city, that is Brihan Mumbai. And on this map, If you have your textbook in your hand, you can open it to page number 42, because I could not print the whole map onto the screen, children. So you will see the map on the page of the textbook. So here on this map you can see our city, Brihan Mumbai. You can also see major roads here. You can see the railway line here. You can see famous places here. Famous places means what? We can see the caves, and we can see the national park, we can see the race course, and we can see other places also of importance. Okay, now based on all these things that you can see here, see, you can also see many places. For example, you can see Marve, you can see Manori, you can see Goregaon, okay, you can see Mount Mary, Dadar. See, there are so many places that you are able to see on this map. Now based on what you see on the map, there are a few questions that they have asked you. Let us do a few of them together. So the first one, find the airport shown on the map and circle its symbol. So check, where can you see an airport? You can see an airport somewhere right in the center here. Alright, there is this place called Santa Cruz, and very next to Santa Cruz you can see the airport. And what is the name of the airport? Yes, it is Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport. And let us try to mark its symbol. Now we will not circle because there is no place to circle. So see, there is a small box here below the map. There I am marking the symbol for the airport. Can you see? And what is the symbol, children? Let me show it to you clearly. Here, see, this is a symbol for an airport. Okay, so this was question 1. Let's take a look at question 2 also before we move on to the next interesting exercise. So they have asked us to draw a box around the names of the national park and caves shown on the map. So there are certain lakes I can see. There are a few places like the film city also I can see. So let me check whether there are any caves over here. Yes, we have caves. I can see some caves here marked on the map. And also, of course, there is a national park also. And what is the name of the national park? Let's see. Here they are. So we have the national park called the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. And we have the caves also called as the Kanheri Caves. So which is the national park? What is the name of the national park and the caves? The name of the national park is Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and the cave is called as Kanheri Caves. And see, we have marked it also. So this was how we made friends with the map. There are some more questions, like you have to draw a box around the symbols of the famous places that you know. Now the places that you know and the places that I know might be different. That is why I am leaving this question to you. Okay, and even the other 2 questions, try and find out and solve it. Okay, children? So this was another interesting exercise from your textbook. Now in the end, we have one more do you know exercise where they're telling us about communication. We already talked about language. Okay, we already talked about how we talk to each other. If I have something in my mind and I want to tell it to you, how will I tell it? I will use language. Now sometimes you have to tell it to people who are far away also from you. So what do? You communicate. Okay, so let us see what happened in the olden times. So in the olden days, means of sending messages were not very advanced. In those days, information was communicated by different means. Sometimes trained pigeons were used for this purpose. A message was sent by writing it down on a piece of paper or cloth and tying the piece to the bird's leg. So you can see a pigeon over here with a message tied to its leg. Let us take a look at it more clearly. So see here, you have a pigeon, a person has held it, and a message used to be sent by writing it down on a piece of paper or a cloth, and it used to be tied to the bird's leg. So can you see? They're tying that message to the bird's leg. So here you have the bird, and here you have the message which is tied to its legs. Now these birds were very trained, okay? They were trained pigeons.
So they used to go directly flying to the place where they had to deliver this message to. So this was one way in which messages were delivered in the olden times. And then of course you had this method where people used to gather in a center, either the center of the village or the square near a marketplace, etc. And there was to be one person who would loudly beat the drums and deliver a message. So he was almost like the postman that we see in the picture. So the postman brings messages for you to nowadays. Nowadays, so we do not have the postman also. We can directly pick up the phone and call people. We can see people through video call. Okay, so all these methods have become old now. Alright, even the postman has become a little outdated today. So you can see here, the king used to have a certain message which he wanted to pass to the people. So what he used to do? He used to send his messengers all around the village, all around his kingdom, and they used to go and announce the message loudly. Okay, so this is one more way in which messages were sent during the olden times. So children, the message services which are available today, that is services like mobile phones, telephones, computers, etc., were not at all available in the olden times. Alright, so this is how we have developed. So what did we see in this lesson? We saw the interrelationship between cities and villages. We talked about means of transport and communication, and we also talked about why transport and communication is required. Alright, so wasn't this an interesting lesson? So after you finish watching the video, I have a few tasks for you like I already told you. So let me tell you what the tasks are.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.